Dr. Susan Trung has been caring for patients as an eye doctor for 20 plus years. She literally helps people to see 20/20. So she knows a thing or two about sight and vision. Sight is a function of your eyes, while vision is a function of your heart. In August 2014, when she lost a younger brother to cancer only 9 days after his diagnosis, she pivoted. Today, as a visionary strategist, she is passionate about inspiring all of you to live beyond 20/20 vision. Don't just merely exist. Wake up and truly live right here and right now. And now, your host, Dr. Susan Trung.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you listening in. So I wanted to talk to you about this pandemic, this coronavirus. So is it a blessing or a curse to you? So let's, I've been talking to family members. I've been talking to patients, to friends. And the more you think about it, I'll share with you, it's more of a blessing to me and my family. So I don't know, let's talk some more about it. I mean, how is it a blessing? Let's make a list. On one side, let's call it blessings or pros. And on the other side, a curse or a con. So what has this lockdown, this quarantine mean to your family? I'll share with you mine. On the one side, which for myself and for others I've heard a lot from, is it's been a major blessing because it has brought family together. We have more time together. We have more time with our kids, our spouse. Maybe sometime if it's too much time with our spouse, we may want to kill them. But no, all kidding aside, though, it brings us all together. It brings us back to the old days of sitting down and actually having time and having a meal together. Before, it was everybody's running in all different directions. The kids got practice here. We've got dance here. We're coming home late from work. We don't have time to cook. We got to grab something quick. So that is a major blessing. I will tell you, I hear from so many that number one at the top of the list is family time. Now, I will tell you, when it comes to another blessing is having our kids more at home. It's especially when it comes to schooling. Okay. And I'm laughing because I know some of you can relate here. My husband and I were empty nesters, all right? At home now, it's just the two of us, and we got our two little Yorkies. But I've got my brother and my sister-in-law. They've got three little girls. Let's see, how old are the girls? Almost 9, almost 7, and 2.5. So the 2.5, she's still playing around and all, but the other 2, they're busy with schoolwork. And I'm sure pretty similar to many of you. School's all virtual now, and they got to get their assignments online. Parents got to help get that all set up, get the kids settled down and disciplined. And hey, it's time for schoolwork before you go and play. I don't know if I'd call this a curse, but it's more of a funny blessing in that when this whole thing first started and my brother is settling down to help the girls, their daughters, with the schoolwork, he texts me and he's like, oh my God, this math is just, this is tough stuff. I don't know if I can do this math. I had to laugh. And I said, okay, come on, let's work together and we'll help out the oldest one with her math work and the young one. So it's just funny. It's a great blessing in that we have time with the kids and we get to play teachers. Some of us are better at playing teachers than others, but you know what? We're all going to chip in and just help the kids. Another blessing is time to do because some of my friends call this quarantine, this lockdown, a forced vacation. So many of us, if, for example, us empty nesters, we don't have kids to worry about with their schooling out. We have extra time to do all that we wanted to do, that we wanted to get done. For example, my sister-in-law, they're empty nesters. She's like, I finally have time to clean out the garage. They have this 2-car garage that they can't even get their vehicles in. It's just packed with crap. Okay. So she was so excited. She's like, wow, I finally have time to clean out my garage. But time to do whatever, because that is the blessing. This is your time. This is your time to do what is it that you need to do? To spend time to reflect upon yourself, upon what is life going to be like after we get out of this lockdown, this quarantine. Time to read. You have tons of books to catch up on. So there's so many blessings. Time to work on yourself, what I call self-care, your health. You've always, because there's always this, oh, I don't have time to exercise and to get in better shape and in better health and to lose weight. Well, you know what? What an amazing blessing right now. You have time now, so no excuses. So that is just a few items on the side, on my list on the side of blessings. So I would want you to do the same, to make your list. And of course, if you're driving now, don't be making a list, but just mentally make a list until you can get home and jot it down. What are some of your, the blessings? What great things have you gotten out of this lockdown? Then on the other side, a curse, seeing it as a curse, I will tell you, once you make this list, don't be shocked, don't be surprised that the list for the blessings, on the side of the blessings, you're gonna have many, many more items there. And on the side where we're thinking, the thought is, wow, this coronavirus has been a bit more of a curse, I would like to think that's a shorter list. And I will share some personal, our personal situation with you when it comes to this virus being a curse. My husband and I, we own a bar in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida. Any of you who knows downtown St. Petersburg, Florida, it's been quiet for many a decades, but the last decade or two, it's been hopping. It's just bustling. It's just been on fire in a great way for businesses. We own a bar right in the heart, right on the main drag of downtown St. Petersburg. And came St. Patrick's Day, which is March 17th. The governor ordered all bars to close at 5 p.m. local time. Now, as most of us would understand, St. Patrick's Day, I'm sorry, but that's a freaking big business day for a bar. So, it sucked. We were not happy that it was chosen, hey, St. Patrick's Day, we're going to close it. Well, I'm sure they didn't choose it because it was St. Patrick's Day, but with all that was happening with this whole coronavirus, they're like, look, we got to shut it down for the safety of the public. So, that sucked big time. We were not happy, but hey, you know what? You got to follow the rules and you got to do what's best for the public, best for safety, best for health. From there, we had to think about our employees. My husband, bless his heart, he has been really busy reading up on all these different federal programs I'm sure you've heard about it. He called it the Triple P, Payroll Protection Program, and there's some other programs. So all these different programs as to what we look into and apply for, so that what all can we do to help our employees? Because many of them are our employees at the bar. They're worried. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get a paycheck. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my mortgage? How am I going to feed myself, feed the families, the kids? How am I going to pay bills? Just how am I going to live? Yes, some of them would, they're like, okay, can we go apply for unemployment? There was a lot of confusion. I mean, there's many of these different programs, but it can be confusing. What do I do? Where do I go? So, well, that was a bit of a curse in that the bar had to shut down and our employees are frantic. But we, as bar owners, we were have been doing our best to help them out, which we have. And we are so looking forward to the business opening up. Of course, it's slow. I mean, here we are. Where are we today? May 6th. May 6th, and in the state of Florida and probably many other different states, we started opening phase 1 of opening, getting businesses gradually back to order. But as owning a bar, we're not part of phase 1. So we'll see if we're going to be part of phase 2. But you know what? We just take it as it comes. And phase 2, they're shooting for middle of May, middle of the month. But in terms of a curse, I tell you, that's the only on my list. That is the only thing I can really think of as this pandemic, this virus, as a curse for me, my husband, our businesses. As I get back to blessings, I don't know. All I can think of is I'm just constantly thinking of blessings with this virus. For example, I am an optometrist and an eye doctor, as you heard earlier, and my hours are at the office. It's been shortened, but a blessing is that I have been so crazy happy that I've had the opportunity to catch up with my patients charts, my patients records. Because when we were busy, I mean, I'm just like, I'd see patients and then I'll toss them aside and say, I'll get back to them later. And then they would pile up. But I have been so psyched that I've had time to catch up with that. I am almost done, almost caught up. So what I want you to think for yourself and your family is, what has this lockdown mean to you and your family? What has it mean? Is it when you make your list, your own list of blessings or is it a curse? Which side is going to be the longer list? I bet you anything it's going to be a blessing. So I hope that, I wanted to talk to you and spend time with you today because I want to get you thinking a little bit about that. It's like, what good thing can you get out of it, right? With anything in life is what we make of it. And you know what? If we want to see blessings in them, we're going to see. And similarly, and because I found many blessings in this lockdown, I hope you did too. And if you want to find me, it's going to be my website is beyondyour2020vision.com. And this is Dr. Susan Turong, always inspiring you to live beyond 2020 vision. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.